everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Squirtle Squadcast. Today we're missing a few people because they have real-world stuff to do, but instead we have a couple of guests with us. So today I'm here, I'm Marissa, and then we also have Zach.
Hi.
Will.
Hi.
Skye.
Hi.
Anthony/Zero Dragon.
Hello.
And Michael/Mega Someone.
I swear to God, this was Weird Wednesday when you guys told me about this. No, let's put that in there. Hello.
Okay. So welcome everybody.
Nice.
So how's everybody doing? Just doing good? Doing fine?
Hi.
Barely holding on.
Is everybody nearing the end of the semester?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Will, Zach, thanks. Yeah, no, that's good. Just rub it.
Well, I've done my one and only exam.
That's good.
That's great.
You
Oh, I
did.
took
Lucky.
the G over E. So.
Yay.
Well, that's intense, though.
Yeah.
How did that go? Or do you not want to talk about it?
Well, let's just say I did really well from an average person's expectations, but so bad by my standards, but good enough.
Define the average person.
You're an average
I find the average
person.
person to be really stupid, so
It's
Yeah.
incredibly
That's
convoluted.
actually really accurate.
Yeah. So to all of you listening, I hope that you feel good about yourselves now. Okay.
Casuals.
Yeah. Frickin' casuals. Gosh. Okay, so I guess let's just talk about something that this happened sort of around when we were planning on recording last week, but because everybody's so busy nowadays, we've had to put things off a little bit. But, the whole Valve mod fiasco, where they were thinking, oh, what's a good idea? Let's have it so that people have to pay for mods. So, obviously,
Is that your Gabe Newell accent?
How about you give us
Feel
the
free to
money for the mods?
email me at gabe.n.
Oh my god.
And
So now that's not a thing. How is everybody feeling? Are we relieved? Are we happy about it?
It sounded like a good idea at the time, but then when it was happening, it just completely showed how messed up it was.
Yeah, it's one of those things that works on paper and not so much in real life.
Did you see the $25 for the one extra Apple mod?
Yeah.
That's just what I
was a
think.
criticism.
why is that even a thing in the first place?
I hope that at least one person bought that, just because.
Because they want to give their wallet to Gabe Newell because he's such a great guy. I mean, look at all the free stuff he gave us, like nothing.
I mean, I love nothing. It's all I wanted for Christmas. But...
Exactly.
It gives Skyrim a more natural product selection of fruits. That's why I would buy it.
Yeah, I mean, was the apple organic, though? Who knows?
I'm just gonna say, I think it's a good idea because I've used mods in the past that are, better than what the actual game developer does. And it's crazy the work that people put in the games, but if Valve isn't gonna monitor and police this, then there's no point to it because people would just exploit it, and that's why they had to remove it anyway.
It's not so much that people would exploit it themselves. It's also if this became a regular thing, companies themselves can just stop putting more effort into their game and just be like, oh, people are gonna fix it anyway.
Yeah, the initial idea in making paid mods is that modders could make a career out of their mods, but I think if they were to do something like that, the mods would sort of be flooded with little microtransactions, whatever, $5 to get a special hat on your character that you can't even see because the game's in first person, and lots of little things like that. And
Definitely. And it was the Bethesda themselves, however that you pronounce that, they were also profiting off the mods as well by quite a lot.
Yeah, I heard it's Bethesda, we got what was it, 45% of the profits from the mods?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
I think that's part of, for me, where it sort of becomes a
Yeah, it just
possibly
huge,
crossing the line.
Yeah, a huge money grab.
Well, especially since,
companies.
I mean, I think it's good to support modders in the modding community, especially since a lot of these people, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people here have used mods at some point or seen somebody else use mods because they're pretty cool to look at sometimes, but you know, like a lot of the times people are just doing this because they enjoy it, but they're not really getting any sort of financial return for their time spent. So like I can see why it would be a good thing, but when you're only giving them like 55 cents on the dollar, that's kind of like, is that
A
even
rip-off.
worth it?
It's
Rip off
less
pretty
than that.
much.
It's a lot less than that. It's like probably 20 cents because Valve and Bethesda are taking a huge cut out of it. I think also that people typically in the past, like, you know, pretty big modders have asked for donations. But this was exciting for them because it was like an official sort of revenue stream. But, I mean, the way it was handled obviously was a disaster. And without, you know, thinking about it and planning carefully, I think it would have been probably the death of Skyrim modding, which is a huge, huge community. So, I don't know. I'm glad they took it away.
I think it would have been nice to have some sort of more prominent, like an official, like donate to the modder type of thing, as opposed to like, oh, let's make you pay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like a pay what you want option would be good. Like you can get it for free, but if you want to support the developer, then good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I would have done that for the person who made DS Fix for Dark Souls, but like,
Yeah.
if any of that money was going to From Software for doing such a terrible job at porting that game to PC, then I'm sorry, no.
I mean, think of it like a Twitch streamer. Like, if you like the stream and you have the option to donate, you can, but it's like nothing required. But with the mods or whatever, you can, like, you have to pay for it, and even if it's not like really good quality, it kind of feels like a ripoff.
I don't know. I mean, it's just sort of it wasn't the best situation. So
Yeah, because I think I'm pretty sure like the vision for it would have been like somebody makes somebody makes like a Skyrim mod to like change the textures all over the map, and it's like sort of enhanced and stuff. But what happened was basically like extra texture, high resolution horse dong in Skyrim, pay $5.
What are you talking about? I'd pay for it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna pay for it.
he's not.
It was actually like
I would hold you to that. If it actually didn't come out, I would
Makes
hold
it
you
more
to that.
realistic.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
that's an actual thing.
fortunately,
Somebody made it for like $95.
oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that whole
See
thing
if I can
is
find it
over.
after we finish this.
There's a new crowdfunder for the spiritual successor of Banjo Kazooie. It went live yesterday. It's a game called Yooka-laylee. What are your thoughts on that?
It raised a ton of money in like the first hour. It was fully funded or something. It was it was funded ridiculously fast.
It has £1 million on it now, I think. No, wait.
How much is that in like real people money?
In real money.
In real dollars.
Real people money.
Real dollars that matter.
It's like
In
a
America,
$1
not like Canada.
dollars.
That's impressive, though.
Right now it has £1,123,000 for it.
Holy cow!
Oh.
That's a lot.
I think, I think all of us have had an experience with rare games, whether it's Banjo Kazooie or Conquer, whatever.
Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
Dude, Donkey Kong 64 is cool. Like,
Oh, dude, that's good news on that. For the extra £100,000 that went to it after it got $1 million, the extra reward was a GK rap plus video written by Grant Kirkhope.
What?
A new DK rap.
Oh my god.
like Grant
happening.
Kirkhope.
That's beautiful.
Funny face and all that. But I will say,
He has no style.
I love that your
I will say,
rapping has like music. Like
He
it's,
has no style. He has no grace. This song is a total disgrace.
that's not how it goes.
Shut up.
But,
Like, he was a true bro. Like, why are people hating on him?
they're just jealous.
he's okay.
Yeah.
I think ever since Microsoft bought Rare, there's been a lot of resentment from gamers because, I mean, they produced some of the best games of all time during those N64 years, and Microsoft, I mean, really did nothing with them except make a very terrible Banjo-Kazooie racing game. which
Conquer
we don't.
remake.
I mean,
That
it's not that Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is terrible. It's that it wasn't Banjo 3. Like that's kind of how I see it. Like it's
more
nowhere
why
even
would you-
close to Banjo 3.
It's supposed more of why would you put cars in Banjo Kazooie? Like, it's like completely different from the game's feel. It's like someone
Yeah.
took Super Mario and made it a first-person shooter.
That would be more entertaining than Banjo Kazooie in a car game. But minus Diddy Kong Racing, another great rare game. I think the point is that people really wanted to go back to those days and have that sort of magical feeling of 3D platformer. And so, since Microsoft never did anything with the properties except keep them, obviously, I think this is why Yooka-laylee has exploded, because people really want that kind of feeling they used to have from those games back. And since it has so many people that were critical to that, I think it's really going to be an amazing success, at least on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize it until I was watching the video, but the 3D platforming genre has kind of died in recent years, and we haven't had like a real 3D Mario game since Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I just I'm really glad to see revival in the genre like this. But do you guys think that it should stand more on its own than it does? Because right now the Yooka-laylee game is sort of like the spiritual successor to Banjo Kazooie, and that's sort of its tag, and they keep talking about that. Like, is it ripping off Banjo's fame, or is it correct for them to do that?
You know the Mega Man game? Oh, what's it called?
Mighty Number 9?
Mighty Number 9.
It's basically the concept where, like, they can't make a Mega Man game because of copyright, so they're making a Mega Man game without making a Mega Man game. So I think with this, they're making a Banjo Kazooie game without making a Banjo Kazooie game. So I feel like what they want to do is Banjo 3, but they can't use Banjo Kazooie, so they're basically using Yooka-laylee as sort of fill-ins to do it. And I think if we've seen from Mighty Number 9, it's very successful. So I think it is probably a rip-off of Banjo Kazooie, but I think that's what people want also.
It has that really distinct rare charm to it too, and I just love the way it looks.
Yeah, it would be great if Yooka-laylee would stand up on its own merits, but I think for the time being, it would be a good financial decision, at least, to say, like, oh yeah, this is by the people who made Banjo Kazooie. It's like the same style, it's like the same kind of game, but at the same time, though, it should, at the very least, hold up on its own merits. So, I'm actually kind of excited to see how it pans out from here.
Yeah, really, only time would tell in a game like this to see like where everything goes, because the game's obviously like far from finished. But if it ends up being a bust, I have a YouTube video for it, so I'm happy. It's a win-win either way for me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good.
I hope
I'm really
they bring
excited.
back. I want another villain like Grunty who just rhymes all the time. It's like, ding pot by the bench. Who is the nice fucking wench?
No, Grunty's gonna. No, this is 2015. Grunty has to rap now.
They'll just hire Skye just to do the voice. Just like they'll just see this video. They'll just hire Skye to voice the villain.
I think they just need to
They
hire
don't even do like the
Skye.
little gibberish language anymore. That's all like.
Yeah.
You know they're going to do that.
Just,
Hey, people working on Yooka-laylee, give Skye a call if you need any voice actors.
You need a voice for the main villain. There you go.
We got you covered.
why it's Grunty any day? She really takes my breath away.
Oh my god.
Oh, beautiful.
Hire this man, somebody.
Yeah,
Dude,
seriously, give
voice
him all your
Thing
money.
is what I'm living for right now. Ding pot by the bench.
Reason number 1, you should hire this man. He's Scottish. Reason number 2 is because he does voices so well, and he's Scottish.
As long
Nailed
as
it.
we end up with another Shrek, I think we're fine.
It's all ogre now.
It's all good.
Wow, that was perfect.
Okay, we're done. We've got
Donkey.
it. That's a wrap, boys. We're done. We can quit this now.
We may as well just stop the podcast now. We can't top that anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh my goodness! A challenger approaches. It's Nick. Whoa! Hey Nick, welcome to the party.
Yo. Sorry, so Marshall's internet went down for a while, so I just decided to go down for free comic book day and do it now. When I got back, the internet was fixed, so that
What'd you get?
Let's see. They had JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I grabbed that. I also got the first issue of the Infinity Wars, so that'll be
so
That's
nice.
pretty nice.
I actually tried purposely not to get the Marvel crossover with Attack on Titan, but it turns out that was at the end of the issue, so I lose and it's there now. So,
That's actually a thing.
yeah,
that's actually a
originally
thing.
commissioned for Brutus magazine in Japan. The following story postulates what would happen in an encounter between Marvel's Avengers and the Titans from the Attack on Titan. So
Deadpool meets Hanji Zoe. I would totally pay for that.
it's actually just Titans in New York, and like they annihilate the Titans.
Oh.
Like Spider-Man beats the crap out of them, and then Hawkeye's like, "Hey, their weak points on their necks," and so they all start dying. And then Hulk annihilates the female Titan, and then like they go to the Colossal Titan and kill him somehow. And then the Guardians show up, and that's it.
Well, Nick, when you said the
Kick them in the
Titans in New
crotch and
York,
run.
I was just thinking like a Broadway show is like the Titans take New York, and they've all got like top hats and
Anybody
capes.
Like the
ever,
football
watch-
team?
Really, I was thinking about the New York Giants. So
Anybody
The
ever
Giant, no,
watch
they
the-
should have had the Giants face off against the Titans.
What
It's
were
like
you saying,
Eli
Will?
Manning throwing a touchdown pass. Hitting
Has anybody ever seen
Uh,
We're Back with the dinosaurs in New York?
Wait, say
Oh,
it
yeah, I
again.
watched
Wait,
that.
wait, wait,
Dinosaurs
wait,
in
wait,
New
wait,
York,
wait,
yes,
wait,
I
wait,
have.
wait, wait.
Has anybody ever seen the movie with the dinosaurs called We're Back, and they're like in New York? And
Yeah,
they're-
I've seen
I
that.
think so. I know I've seen The Lost World Jurassic Park, which is similar.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's what I thought of when you said that. That's all I wanted to say.
No.
Like that song they sing when they're in New York as well.
What?
Roll back the rock. Something like that.
what is this?
Are you auditioning for something?
I need to get my career plans in order.
So, since I'm back, I guess I'm going to assert control again because of my dominant personality, because I'm a power gamer, not power gamer, what's the word for it? The micromanager, something. I'm a loser. So I'm going to assert control. We're going to move on to the next topic. I heard that they are making a new Dragon Ball series, actually. We've talked about Dragon Ball a lot on this podcast recently. What was Xenoverse releasing not too long ago? And now they're making a new series. Original story set directly after the Majin Buu saga, and it's going to be canon. I haven't heard anything else particularly about it. I don't think they've announced anything too much about it. But I, for one, am excited. The thing I'm most curious about is how the recent films are going to tie in regarding the canon, because I know they take place 5 years after the Buu saga, so it's still fine, but like I hope they don't get made non-canon after just being made, what with Beerus from the Battle of the Gods and the Newland Revival of F. But what do you guys think about it?
I'm just hoping it's not GT all over again.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Is GT not even canon?
GT is not canon, no.
Yeah.
Maybe if it ends with like Pan being born or something, that'd be good. But just please don't have any more Pan.
Or she could not be born.
I believe no, Pan is canon actually at this point, I think.
Rejoice, Gohan fans. You may actually find relevance.
Yeah,
Once again.
maybe.
Because he might actually be good in this, but I think, Nick, to answer your question, it takes place after the Frieza movie. So all
No,
of
it's
the
after the Buu saga.
Yeah,
No,
the
I know,
Frieza
but the
movie is right
movies
after
are
Battle of the
after-
Gods, and that's 5 years after the Buu saga, so I think this happens between the two. So
Are you sure?
that's what I heard. I heard it happens directly after the Majin Buu saga, but it could be 5 years after. So you might be right. Like I said, I haven't heard a lot of news about it. And if it is, then good. I'd like it to continue. I'd like those movies to be canon, because so few of the movies are canon. So,
Yeah. I think that I read somewhere that like the god stuff, you know, the new characters are canon in this world, and they'll be like part of the universe.
That's good. I really like Beerus.
Yeah, it's really weird because I think like, you know how the GT had Super Saiyan 4. I think that like Super Saiyan God form is gonna take the place of that.
Yeah.
So.
I guess Super Saiyan 4
excited.
is now non-canon, but like Super Saiyan God makes sense since you can't actually achieve that on your own, except Goku kind of, I don't know, Goku's doing weird stuff with it now. I also heard Vegeta, not to do spoilers, but like stuff happens in the new movie where everyone gets super powered, so I can't imagine what Frieza's power level is in this new film.
Spoilers? What,
Oh,
Nick,
my
I was
God.
totally gonna watch all of this. Now what? Now what?
You still can.
I'm just screwed. I can't.
It's just
I can't.
probably going to be over 9,000.
It's ruined.
Spoilers.
I mean,
It is way over
Frieza's
9,000.
base power level is like 530,000, so probably.
So, probably.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the new movies, so.
The new movies are pretty good, actually. I haven't actually seen all the old movies, honestly. I've seen a lot of them. I purposely avoided Bio Broly, but
Bio Broly.
Yeah, like the 2 movies are great, the Broly movies. Then Bio Broly happened, and I was like,
I wish he would be canon though, like him.
yeah,
and Wood.
I think that'd be neat. But I guess it's just the timing of it, because I don't know. He should be canon, but it does suck because like it happens like before the Android saga, so it's like in that week time span, and it's just like, oh, hey, Broly, and then they never say it about it.
The legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, they're like, who?
Like he was so
I am
strong.
real
and-
Super Saiyan.
But oh well. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it, and I'm really glad that Akira Toriyama is back on this. I don't know how much of a role he had in GT. I don't think it was a major one. So seeing him back on the bit for this one is really nice, and I think that makes it pretty hopeful, because I know Battle of the Gods is really good. I think it really got that Dragon Ball Z feel down that's been so long since I saw it last. I hope Revival of F is similar, though I don't know. I'm hoping, and we'll see. Who knows? I know for one, I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it as it airs because I've gotten so used to the English dub, which is something you never hear from my mouth. But in this case, I don't know. I really want to... I guess it depends on how long it takes to get dubbed, because I know Kai took a few years, and I don't know if I can wait that long. But one other thing I'm curious about is... the changes to voice actors and whatnot. I know Kai, at least in English. In Japanese, I don't think they changed many of the voice actors. I haven't kept up for once. But in Kai, they changed a few voices. The most notable voice, like Xenoverse went back to a few. The most notable voice that is different, especially recently and has been canonized as different, is Frieza's voice. Frieza has a different voice actor since Kai. In Xenoverse, they kept the new voice actor. And in the new movie, he is confirmed to have the new voice actor. I don't know if you guys have heard his new voice, but for those of you who have, what do you think in comparison to his old one?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even watched that far into Dragon Ball Z to like actually hear his original voice. So I'm more so used to his newer voice.
Yeah, I was used to his old one, obviously, but I like his new one more. Nostalgia, I have to put my nostalgia aside for it, because I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like Frieza. But on the other hand, I think his new voice does really good. And it's one of the very few changes that have been consistent, because I know Android 18's voice changed in the new in Kai, but then they kept her old voice actress back for Battle of the Gods and Xenoverse. And a few other ones like Jace, for instance. Jace had a new voice in Kai, and it was horrible. He wasn't on anymore. It was the worst. But then they kept his original voice back for Xenoverse, and I was so happy. Where the mighty Ginyu Force?
Captain Ginyu.
Yeah.
Space
Captain
Australia.
Ginyu.
Yeah, I was so glad they kept it, because I was so mad when I watched parts of Kai. I was like, that's not Jace. But then Xenoverse had the old Jace, and I was happy. Ginyu is different in Xenoverse. It is the same one from Kai, but it sounds okay. The new Ginyu's kind of funny. Ginyu! Alrighty.
Man, I know it's not really gonna happen, but if Frieza's second form came back, I kind of miss the old voice, because I've seen clips of that, and
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I get upset about Goku. Does anybody not get upset about Goku?
Like, what do you mean?
Isn't his voice different in Kai?
Nope, Sean Schumel has done it since the original Z. It's just he's had 10 years to practice. He does it slightly differently, but it's the same voice actor.
I don't know. It always sounds really different to me, but yeah, I guess you're right. The
Well,
phrase of
it
voice.
depends. Like you can like certain things, like when he goes Super Saiyan, he sounds really different in my opinion. But I think he's had time to flesh out how each one sounds different, and he's just improved as a voice actor. And I get you; it's very different. Vegeta's the same. His voice actor's definitely changed a lot over the years.
Vegeta is that. He always.
No, remember his original Ocean dub voice?
Yeah,
It's like-
but the ocean dub doesn't count.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It went from like Kakarot to Kakarot.
I mean, he still kind of sounds like that, but I don't know. In regards to it, voices, I don't know. I think the Kai voices are alright because most of them are the same. Like Cell, for instance. I'm torn on Cell. Cell has the same voice actor. However, he sounds a lot less serious than he does in the original series. He's a lot more like arrogant, playful sounding. So he's like, well, now we're going to have to do this and whatever, instead of just being all serious. And I don't know if it's a secret or not, but my favorite saga by far is the Cell saga. So I don't know how to feel about it because I like Cell being the
first Cell or the
villain.
is that the first Cell or the Perfect Cell? Like,
Perfect.
Which Cell version is this? Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do believe now that Imperfect is voiced by the same person as Perfect, though. They used to have different voices. I think they're now the same voice actor, though. Not sure. But I liked Imperfect Cell's old voice. I don't know if they... I haven't watched Kai, honestly, to see if Imperfect Cell has a new voice. Perfect Cell sounds slightly different. Regardless, it's by the same guy. I like I'm torn on Kai because I like the pacing. I think the music in certain parts is well done. I think Bruce Faulkner's themes are really good, but like he either does too much or too little at times, whereas I think Kai has a good balance of songs. It's just they don't sound as orchestral, obviously. And the pacing's really well done for cutting for as much as it seems like they have to cut. It's a pretty good condensed version of Z. But I don't know. There are pros and cons to both, I suppose. In other news, so the Forum Banner contest wrapped up recently, and I want to thank everyone for participating in that. I know we had some really good winners and a lot of good participants, so thanks everyone for joining in and doing some work on that. It's really nice to see the community pull together and work to create cool things like this, and it's nice to see that displayed. I personally use my Weeaboo anime skins, so I didn't see them immediately, but I looked at them. They're all very good. So congratulations to everyone who won, and thanks again to everyone who participated. We really hope to have some more things coming up. Since it's the summer, all of us will be having a lot more free time, so we might see some more cool stuff here in the future. So yeah, thanks again, everyone.
Thanks everyone for tuning in, and remember, if you enjoyed this video or if you enjoyed Skye's awesome voice acting skills and want him to succeed in business without really trying, please leave a like or a comment down below. We really appreciate it when you do. Remember to subscribe for more videos, and also take a look at all of the amazing gaming videos that we have going up. Like, what's up with that? We have some awesome stuff that I've personally been really enjoying. So, tune in to Zero's Minecraft or Nick's Idolmaster. Go back and look at the Hedge Wars. And look at Zach's opening video of the chain play of Pokemon Fire Red. It's a lot of fun, and we really appreciate it when you guys like and comment and say, like, hey, we enjoy this. Makes us feel good inside. So thank you all.
Next week we will be doing this podcast as well, because we didn't do it the week before, so we're going to get back on our original schedule. I will be finished up with my finals by then, so I might be dead, but that's fine. So, but yeah, thanks everyone for tuning into this session, and we'll see you again next week. Have a good one.
Virginia, hanging out with little boys in spandex, I see.